All right, guys, welcome back to Off of the Hamster Wheel, where I take you along with me on my path to financial freedom and hopefully motivate you guys to start your own path. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys have been following along so far, I've been posting a couple videos giving you guys some information on covered calls, what I think about them, and my strategies to make the biggest amount of premium and passive income that you can make off covered calls. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of my portfolios, but I started a $2,500 portfolio so that you guys can see that you don't need that much money to start making passive income. You can start using a small amount of money to make a couple $100s a month or more. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. We'll go over that small account and what we've done for the past 2 weeks and what we're going to do this week, as well as I'm going to go over my bigger account. And my bigger account, you'll see that I'm making a significant amount of money, but you'll have to wait and see exactly how much that is and how much I'm going to end up making per month. It's a lot of money. All right, guys, going over this week's account, let's look at a couple things of note. Let's do a little recap. Week 1, we made a total of $36 in premium. That was pretty good. However, the stock did go up past our strike price of $26.50, as you can see here in week 2, where I had to buy back 100 shares at $28.74. Had to add in $200 there, plus what I got in equity total from my covered call premium and the gain right here in my stock price. So overall, pretty good in week 1. Week 2, I decided to choose a little bit further out cover call strike price. Here you can see I chose 30 with my cost basis being at 28.74. This gave a little bit more room for movement. Last week or the second week of January was a little bit more, market uptrend, which is what happened. So at the end of the week, I believe Intel ended at about $30.11 or so. So I did get my covered call exercised. As you can see here, I'm listing if I got it exercised with Y's and if I didn't with No's, which you'll see in my main account kind of spreadsheet. Overall, pretty good there. So I have a total of $56 for week 1 and week 2 premium. Going into week 3, you can see here that my cost basis is now at $30.04. So a little bit under what Intel ended at, but a little bit over what my cover call strike. Honestly, if you take your cover call strike and you're that close to the cost basis of the next following week, you've done just about perfect. That's typically what we like to see. The best case scenario would be Intel ended at 29.99, so 1 cent under your strike price, but the reality of that happening is minimum to almost none. I don't think I've ever actually had that happen, but I've gotten close, so anything is possible. Now, this week I wanted to give myself a little bit of room for movement. I decided to do another $1 out of the money cover call strike. Intel went down 50 cents from my cost basis, so I may actually end up taking this cover call and closing it out for 80% of whatever, 80% of the realized premium, or sorry, not realized premium, for 80% of the premium, and then selling another cover call that's closer to the money or closer to $30 to continue to gain a little bit more premium and kind of help my total equity. So far, if we don't end up selling or closing out the covered call for this 3rd week of January, we'll have a total monthly passive income of $70 out of using $2,500 to begin with. We also will have a pretty decent equity, so we'll have over $3,000 of equity in just our shares. Plus, we'll have a little bit more in because of our covered call premium. So I'm looking forward to that, building slowly. But you can see in this spreadsheet how you can really build a covered call portfolio starting with almost nothing. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the main account. Main account, you guys know I'm using AMD. Love the company and what they're doing. They've always done well for me. I luckily got back into investing in them at kind of their bottom point when they're about $65, and I've made significant gains since I started doing this, a couple months ago. So right now, for week 1 through end of week 2, January, you can see that I've actually made pretty good return. I've had a total monthly passive income right here of $2,380. You can see that I've added onto my shares by 100. You can see over the course of the past 2 weeks, I've made significant amount. I did end up losing right here in week 1. I ended up losing a good little bit. I believe it was about $1,900 total because my calls did get exercised, and I had them bought at $62 with my cost basis being at $64. So that minus the premium that I gained from selling a covered call at that 62 strike, it was about $1,900. So going into week 3, I was able to buy back all the shares at a cost basis of $70.84. Have 1,100 shares right now, a pretty good amount, meaning I'm selling 11 covered calls. The strike price is $69. Now, there's a reason I did this. I was able to buy these shares at $70.84. Seeing the market today have a good little rise in the morning and the afternoon, I let those shares kind of carry into the afternoon before I went ahead and sold covered calls. So I think I actually ended up selling covered calls at about $72 to get the most premium out of this week. Now, if we do drop to about 50 to 70% of the premium, I will probably close that out and take that 60-70%, and then I will sell another covered call for a little bit higher of a strike price, just to get it at or above my cost basis. So I don't have what happened to me here in week 1 happened to me in week 3. I appreciate you guys taking the time to go through that with me. You can see how much money we're really making right now with covered calls. It's quite significant. We're getting up there in monthly income. This month, hopefully off my main account, I'll be over $3,000 or more. My goal is possibly $4,000, but we will see. Now, as far as the small account, the Intel account that we're using $2,500 to build, you can see that we've already in just 2 weeks built that to about $3,000. I appreciate you guys sticking with me here, and please comment, like, subscribe if you guys want to keep following this journey, and hopefully we'll see where this goes.